want to do that, son? We don't want to do that, son. Remember, Chris, we own you now. We own you now, Chris. You do exactly what we tell you to do, Christopher. When we tell you to do it. I think you made a spelling mistake there, mate. We own Chris. We own Christopher Brindle. Here's what we're telling Christopher Brindle he has to do. He has to remove all videos in which he mentions... Hang on. I was going to say, our conditions for Christopher is that he removes all videos mentioning Heather, and he never mentions Heather again. Otherwise, he's in big trouble, and he knows what trouble he's in, because we own Christopher Brindle now. Just like I said, Christopher Brindle will do exactly what we tell him to do. And we're telling Christopher Brindle to, number one, remove everything he has of Heather. In any video, in any live in which he mentions Heather, remove it. It's very simple. What you do is you put everything on private as a matter of urgency, and then in your leisure you go back and you check whether you've mentioned Heather's name. And if you have mentioned Heather's name, you keep it on private. It's simple, isn't it? So that's the first thing you do. And then the second thing you do is you never mention her again. Because Christopher Brindle knows that we own him now. Christopher Brindle will do exactly what we tell him to do. All the time, every time. I suggest don't do it. Don't do it. Don't change the world. We're fucked if that happens. Christopher, you're fucked. We own you now, Christopher. You understand that, don't you? We own you. Today, who's so dangerous, who's so evil, who's such a danger to children around the world that he's locked away in the world's most secure prison cell. And basically it's a floating prison cell. It's like one cubicle tethered to the ocean's bed with a chain. And it's out there up in the North Pole. Anyway, Chris is petrified of the photos coming out of him and Fenwick in a compromising position. Oh, that's so funny. But basically, we have those photographs. We have those photographs. Not I haven't. I don't keep that kind of bestiality, you know. But tonight, Christopher Brindle has been made aware that someone has those photographs. Those photographs are safe, and that's why we now own Christopher Brindle. We own him. But anyway, back to the bedtime story. Ooh. Ooh. Christopher Brindle. You could better get used to it. Get used to the new paradigm, buddy. The new paradigm in which you do exactly what we tell you to do whenever we tell you to do it. And you do it with a smile on your face as well, buddy. What's he on about? In my opinion, okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, look, put it this way: Christopher Brindle is about as attractive as my left testicle, right? And my testicles are fucking attractive. Put it that way, right? That's all I want to say on the subject. You think I'm bluffing? Christopher knows I'm not bluffing. Christopher has seen the pictures. Christopher knows I have access to them. If you're not bothered, Chris, just give it a go ahead. Give us your blessings. Because you know deep down, Chris, it's inevitable, isn't it? This is inevitable. So why don't you just embrace it? Just embrace it. Embrace the change. Come out from behind the bubbles, Chris. It's not so bad on the other side, buddy. It's not so bad on the other side. And quite frankly, life's too short, you know. Just think of Ross Broadstock. Hello, Leo. We got Leo. Oh, hello, Leo. Yes. Oh, it's great to have you joining us, Leo. We're just we're just gloating because we're in possession of some certain photographs of a certain individual who prides himself on being faceless. So we're just wallowing in just in the finery of having one over on Christopher Brindle. Christopher Brindle is now in our pocket, basically. We own him, good and proper. We own you, Christopher, good and proper. Excuse me. Just before I die. No, Justin is a great mate. I mean, he's the only one of you lot, of course, Leo not included because she's in America, who took the time to actually come down and meet me. And I can say with hand on my heart that Justin is a decent guy. Absolutely. I was going to say bloody decent, and I'll go along with that. Bloody decent guy. Yes. I was just saying yes to Convid's comment that, there's something echoing what Leo said. We've got to go on the offensive sometimes. We can't just keep on taking the punches, people. There's a limit. Now you've had your turn. Now we're going to have our turn. That's the way that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the pendulum swings. Okay, so don't get upset about it. You've taken your swipes, you've taken your run-ups, and you've taken your best punches. Okay, and we've taken it all. And now we're in the position to go on the offensive. So watch out. Already, first casualty of the night, Christopher Brindle. We now own Christopher Brindle. Christopher Brindle is our bitch, for a better word. Ladies are in the house. For want of a better word, Christopher Brindle is now our bitch. Yeah, let's get some cannon fodder. I mean, it's an experience, Leo. You having a chat with Christopher Brindle. I mean, I don't know. I'm laughing. Only because that's terrible of me introducing you to a dangerous sexual YouTube predator. I don't know what came over me. No. Yes. Christopher Brindle, aka Grobnob. So yes, I mean, would you ever? No, it's just a concept I haven't really thought about introducing you to Christopher Brindle. He'll try to sodomize you, basically. So, but basically, the first warning about Christopher Brindle to any woman who was introduced to him is that he'd want to sodomize you. So as long as you know that from the offset, I think you'll get on pretty well. No, because look, Tyrone, don't tell anyone. But Justin and we know that Christopher lives in complete and utter squalor. Right? He's just all mouth. The guy's just all mouth, mate. He's just like the biggest loser in the world. But hey, he's got some good looks. So life's not all bad. Well, fuck. Mate, honestly. I mean, there you go. It's there. We have access to it. And it's funny as fuck, to be fair. Something somebody said in the chat earlier on, Schizo said it's funny as fuck, to be fair. Or words to that effect. And to be fair, this thing about Chris Brindle, right, is hand on heart, funny as fuck. It really is funny as fuck. It's Phileas Fogg. Yes, it's Phileas Fogg. I know Tyrone. Oh, just for benefit of Justin, Tyrone is talking about how Sussex police are they're more concerned about me. And that's so true, isn't it, Tyrone? That is so true, and it makes you have to wonder, why are Sussex police so concerned about me? Is it because people like you, I keep phoning them up, telling them bullshit and just being totally nasty and kind of like malicious criminals? Because that's essentially what you're doing, isn't it? You're wasting police time. You're perverting the course of justice. Yeah, so it's that Sussex police do find themselves in a peculiar position, and that doesn't surprise me because most of them are perverts, You only have to look at the newspapers. There was a Sussex policeman sacked not a few days ago for missing an emergency call because he was having sex while on duty. And that was from Eastbourne, down the road from me. So the incompetence in Sussex police, and like I say, they find themselves in this improbable situation in which they're actually aiding and abetting crime by acting upon false and malicious allegations. Crazy stuff. Confirmed, says Anna. Yes, I do. I do come in as the targeted individual category. The targeted individual category. Yes. Yeah, we do definitely live in a police state here in the UK. Satanic police state, it's even argued. Yes, I know. It's been absolutely relentless. But that's what it is. We live, and I hate that saying, but I definitely do feel we're turning the curve, because ultimately now, we all write our own script, and once we start realizing that, all our future is going to get better. But ultimately, it's about the now, isn't it? And what's happening right now? We're connecting around the world, and remember, something like this has never happened before in human history. So we are actually forging a trail. We're trailblazers, what we're doing here, because, none of us watch TV anymore. We're making our own entertainment. We're making our own events. And so I just want to put a big shout out to everyone who's involved for tonight, taking their time, to connect. Because ultimately, this is just a big chat room. But I really couldn't help it. I mean, my internet is holding out. But the good thing is I've got my mobile phone internet on the backup. But anyway, I'm getting a bit technical. The great news is we're all here. Yes. All right. And apparently, see, and there's also, I think there's this whole tier of society in which, well, okay, I don't know what it is. I call it the bastard children. The bastard children. Do you know what those all those children who the maids had, had it all for the master? Well, all the bastard children were looked after, and they were good and put into positions of authority, like lower to middle management. So there's a lot of family loyalties going on in corruption. Corruption gets passed down from father to son, especially in local government. And I really think there's levels of corruption going on in local government, generational, that will shock people and think, what? We've been charged so much on our permits, so much on our fines, so much on our licenses, and it's all, and there's a whole slice of it being funneled off. I really hope we're turning the curve anyway. After all, it is the end of the world. If there's any time where, we get to see what the world really is and what's been going on behind the scenes, surely it's at the end of the world, isn't it? And of course, the end of the world isn't going to happen in an evening. But mind you, it could do. That what happened to Brighton many years ago. But anyway, I'm digressing. Now, the end of the world is a process. It's a length of time. Could last a decade. Could last less, more. But either way, we're in the throes of it. We're in the end of world times. Anyway, don't mean to be doom and gloomy. We're supposed to be celebrating the fact that we now own Christopher Brindle. Christopher, you normally listen to me. You normally grobnob me. Isn't that a great thing, Grobby? You've had a word attributed to you. And what I mean by grobnobbing... Oh, hang on. Will you excuse me? Right, I'm just going to say goodnight to my magical imaginary girlfriend. I'll be back in a mojo. Good. I'll just say goodnight to my magical imaginary girlfriend. They're the best type of girlfriends, don't you think? The ones that just puff into existence when you want them, and just puff out of existence when you don't. Oh, I love it. I think that's why our relationship is so brilliant. Lovely. She's beautiful. Very blessed. Scorpio. Who is? I didn't know you were Scorpio. We need to wake up. Oh, how precious life is. Still time for all of us. Yes. So hey, listen, Chris. Usually you listen in, right? How about you come out and do a face-to-face? No, not. Sorry, wrong. Do a face-to-camera. Beat us to it. So, Chris, why don't you do it, mate? Because it's all going to come out anyway, isn't it? You know that, don't you? It's inevitable, Chris, isn't it? So why don't you take the sting out of the tell by doing your own reveal, eh? You don't. Would you really want to give me all the glory? I'm giving you. I'm being humane to you, Chris. I'm being humane to you because I am a humane person, Chris. So I'll give you this gift at Christmas, Chris. Why don't you reveal yourself before I do? And you know the conditions, don't you, Christopher? Take all the stuff with Heather down. That's only fair because you told her to do that, didn't you? Remember when you told her? Well, I remember when you said to Heather, "It's easy, Heather." I know it's a bad Robnob voice, but words to the effect. You said, "It's easy, Heather. All you have to do is put everything on private, and then at your own time, listen through everything. And if you hear your name mentioned, you just keep it on private." Isn't it? You said something like that, didn't you? Oh, so true, Anna. Isn't that fantastic? Let's read that out. If ever you're having a bad time and think things cannot get worse, just thank your lucky stars you are not Chris Brindle. That will cheer you up. So, brilliant. So, well, just as long as we all know, just as long as we all understand where we're coming from. Number one, I'm giving Christopher a gift. I'm saying, Christopher, show yourself. Show yourself. Take the sting out of the tail, Chris. Show yourself before I do. That's fair. Number two, remove everything that you said about Heather. All right? That's only fair. You've asked her to do that. She did it. Now you should do that for her, right? And number three, it always comes in threes. Don't mention Heather again. All right? Just move on. You can get that career as an actor, Chris. You can have that success. And you can move out of that squalor you live in. And you can improve your life. Because you know that we know you're at rock bottom now, aren't you? Okay? And you got an audience who care about you. I mean, I know it's crazy. Right? I know it's crazy. But you got really good people looking out for you. You got Alf, you got Tink, you got Charlie's girl. Right? You got a good bunch of people. So why don't you just do the right thing, Chris? Like change your ways, basically. Right? Good boy. Good boy. Do you want your bone now, Chris? Go on then. Go get your bone. Good boy. Good boy. You be a good boy with Fenwick. And you can sleep in the kennel tonight. Yeah, I know. And I'll give you both a bone. You've been both good doggies. Oh, I'm a bastard, aren't I was talking about this bastard because I'm from the bastard class. The cloud. I'm from the bastard cloud, thank you. I'm from the bastard class. You know, offspring of the rich and famous, but they can't admit it. Kind of like. So, blah blah. Onwards we go, about to that bedtime story. Remember the most dangerous man in the world? I know, Anna. Anna's making a really good point that Alf, Tink, and Charlie's girl are really good people to be associated with. And, that's a very good point. So thanks for bringing that up. I mean, there you go, Chris. Right, you got, that's the kind of caliber. That's the kind of caliber of people you can rely on. Not everyone has friends as... What's the word I should use, Anna? No one else has got friends as unique. Unique and special. Let's put special. No one has got friends as special as Alf, Tink, and Charlie's girl. But you must admit what they all have in common. The S word. Oh, good, good. Warning to Scorpio. Warning to Scorpio. We are really nice to Katie Boyle. Thank you very much. Katie Boyle, like Leo, has magical, special, super duper moderator status, which means we always have to be nice to Katie. Okay? Just like we should be nice to everybody, Scorpio. Okay? I know you come in here saying that we all thought you were dead. Right? I don't know what you're on about, but if you're back from the dead, right? Manners and all that. Anyway, thanks. It's great chat, isn't it? And that's what I love about people going live. It's all about the chat, I say. I was just thinking about the bedtime story. I think Tyrone has left anyway. But yeah, so what's happening? Oh, yeah, there we go. What can we do with the drunken sailor? Some of my earliest naughty rhymes I remembered, and perhaps someone you may know them too. By gum, can your belly touch your bum? Can your tits hang low? Can you tie them in a bow? By gum. And then, what else was there? It's only human nature after all. I'm not going to say it, it's too rude. I'm not like Robbie. I'm not like Christopher Brindle. I can't be smutty. The only time I can be smutty, I can be smutty, but if the smuttiness I want to go to, you can only get that down a pub, surely, over 3 pints when you're all a bit merry, and then you can come out with some shit, really, can't you? Even I agree that YouTube isn't appropriate for some kind of adult humour. Christopher Brindle is more than happy to go there, but even I'm not comfortable enough to do so. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, thank you then. Yeah. Of course, the host of any live has to keep it going, really. But mind you, I've done some experiments, and even just background music is good enough. A blank screen and background music, people love it. I've had some of my best views back in the day. Yes, I do love going live. I was I said, there's one of you're ready to become a YouTuber. It's when you become frustrated that there's. All right, yeah, we're having technical issues. Always lagging. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. This is horrible, isn't it? Hello, Brian. Good to see you, Brian. Very funny. It's good to have you in the house again, Brian. We've all missed you. Here we go. Here we go. It's good because Leo knows you because you're a friend of Michelle's. Mm. The Q's been mentioned. Who do you think? Who do you think thinks it's a good idea that I email Dave and ask him what it's all about? Because he did give that offer out to people, didn't he? He said at the end of his live, he says you're more than welcome to email him for more information. So I mean, I think it's a good idea too, but the last time I emailed him, he had a bit of a body drop and told everyone that I emailed him. So I'm a bit reluctant to email him. Maybe one of you could email him and ask him what it's about and get back to me. Yes, they were a good connection, aren't they? Brian and Michelle. Oh, a supporter of downtrodden people with disabilities, perhaps more so. Love it. Yes, you do come to the rescue of the downtrodden. Oh no. Oh yes. That's the talk, wasn't it? I know, wasn't that fantastic, hey? Remember you warned me all along, haven't you, about him? About Heggy, the big arrest. This will be something, I don't know, maybe whether Leo would be aware of this. But yes, the arrest of Heggy brought reported on Malaysia News. And who's the other guy with him? What's the story about that? Imagine if we see Ben Hornsby being arrested like that next. Never know. It could happen. There's been a search warrant out for him for years. All his backers will feel yes, they will. That's a really good avenue to think about there because Brian just said all his backers will feel sick. Yes. Right. So yeah, this is so all these offenders go on holiday together, and that may be the case with Heggie. Heggie arrested in Malaysia on sex offence charges. Shocking. And like Brian points out, all his backers will be feeling sick now. Ugh. You've been backing Decky, Heggie. You're filthy. You're as bad as each other, you lot. You have to remind me what burb means. BRB, Matt. Yes. Heggie is the first. What they say, coming free. I'm lined up for an arrest. I'm lined. They could come now. They know I'm live. They may choose their time and well. Be right back. Oh, good. Thanks ever so much. Be right back. Oh, lovely. And isn't it nice having Leo in the house? It's brilliant having Leo in the house. I'm so chuffed that we're connecting America, Brighton with America. Come on, Christopher. Where is Chris? Why isn't Chris joining us? Oh, really? Leo is just looking at Dave Drama's video, right? Oh, this is nice, isn't it, eh? You see, we can all do it, Grib. We can all do it, Grobby. Why don't you be a brave little doggy? Why don't you be a brave little doggy and show yourself? Do you know it's only time, Brindle? It's only a matter of time, Brindle. Come on, Brindle. You can do it, Brindle. Yes, everyone. You're just chillaxing. I can move around a bit. I've unplugged. This is lovely. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. And just chillaxing. That's what we like to do here. Just like to go with the flow. Just like to move our hips. Just shake it a bit, you know? Just fucking chillax. Let our shoulders hang back a bit. And just let a sigh out and go, fuck, this is fun. This is now. This is you and I making a connection. And it's just not you and I. It's the people to the left and it's people to the right. It's all of us coming together in this moment in time and saying, hello, my name is so-and-so. Nice to meet you. What you up to? What you doing? What do you like? What's your dreams, aspirations? What's your solutions? What's your story? You know? Because that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about sharing a bit about ourselves with somebody else. And that's why I'm so grateful, number one, for your company. But number two, in real life, for having my magical imaginary girlfriend and my family members. You know, I'm just using Leo as an example because I know she's a single mother. Even though she hasn't got a partner in her life, she's got company. And it's great to have company. It's great to share your life with someone. So that's why I say never take people for granted. You know. And of course, a big shout out to Brian as well. And he has helped out the downtrodden. Because we do live in this kind of weird scenario now. In which the criminals are in command. And this is being mentioned, especially out in America. You know, I've just finished reading a book on it, actually. Organised crime is ruling the roost. It's no surprise. It is obviously the logical evolution of organised crime, isn't it? What's everyone make of Ben being back? I'm not particularly impressed. I know he's already been mentioned, me and Justin. Not very nice. So, no news from Paris yet. But she has popped up in a chat somewhere. Sussex police haven't arrested me yet. Oh, nice little exchange of information and chat. Right, everyone. The numbers I've got in front of me are 1127. 1127. Look, what I haven't done today, right? I haven't done my stretches. So what do you talk amongst yourselves? I'm just going to do my daily stretches. Oh, I'm just trying to touch the ceiling at the moment. Going on tiptoe. Oh, good. Shake it off. Shake it off. Just do some side. Ooh. See, that's how. Oh, that's how unfit I am. I can't even get through basic stretches. Like as I do in the army. I mean, this stretch I'm going to try now. I'm going to try and grab my leg and do a calf. Anyway, I'll just read the comment when I'm doing it. Oh, yeah, I've got my. And now we do the stretch. Oh, yeah. I've done it. I've done mowing the lawn, but my muscles are aching and torn. I could swear there was some in my legs and my bum. I've not used since the year I was born. Oh, very funny. There once was a man from York who picked his nose with a fork. He went for a pluck. When it got stuck, walked around looking like a dork. Okay. Ooh, that's one leg stretched. Let's just shake it out. I've got to try and grab my other leg. Right, ready, steady, go. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I've got it. I'm now ready to do the stretch. Oh, do the stretch. Eating my dinner. I'm laid back. You laid back? 11:30. Oh. Can you feel that stretch in the thigh? Or hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for a bit longer. Shake it out. Shake it out. Oh. Oh. Right, I'm just going to do some arm stretches. 1, 2. Oh, honestly. But anyway, the good news is, oh, my niece has got me some running trainers. So I'm going to oh, that was lovely. Oh no, I've got to do 10 plunges. I've got to do a bit more first. 9, 10. Let's do one more for luck. Oh, lovely. Right, let's do my last of these back calf stretches. What's my favourite, the back calf stretch? Oh, love it. But honestly, I'm so unfit. I can't even get through the stretches for the warm-ups. But anyway, I'm determined to lose weight. Turn my life around. Stop smoking chamomile tea and grass and weed. I'll tell you now, I've got a real problem, right? I just get high whenever I'm scared. But the thing is, my life is like 24/7 scared. So it's not good for anyone, you know what I mean? Just being totally honest with you. But you know, I'm making the most of life at the moment. I've got great kids, great girlfriend, great friends, great community. Everything is great. And it will remain great because guess what? I write my script. I'm writing my script, you know what I mean? And I do get fit, and I do lose weight. And I do live on to be 100 plus. Because modern technology, fame and fortune, it's all coming my way, ladies and gentlemen. And you know deep in your heart, what you're watching now is the best damn fucking entertainment you're going to be watching in this side of the galaxy. Admit it. You love it. Very funny. Very funny. Let's see if I can read it out loud. A man called Matt with an eye went to stretch his neck with a tie and left a bruise on his eye with a pie. In your life, in your life. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? My advice to everyone in life is wake up to the realization that we're in charge of our own destiny. We write our own scripts. Honestly, it's so liberating. I mean, in my life, I've made room for every single one of you. I mean, and who else would I have written into my scripts whenever I need help? Because I am the downtrodden. You know who. I don't need to mention him. Just like David Strange doesn't need to mention certain names because it's obvious. Nor do I. We all know who makes all these shows possible. Yeah. Matt won a general knowledge quiz last night. Brucey bonus, didn't I do well? Good game, good game. Well, isn't Brian on form tonight? Yeah, Brian's on form, that's for sure. I'm going to get myself a little ginger. But you know what? I want to heat it up, I do. I'm going to heat up a bit of ginger wine. That's very good. Let me read that one out. There once was a zany and wacky performer on YouTube called Matty. He often went live and always did strive to keep it all funny and chatty. I should have read it like this. There once was a zany and wacky performer on YouTube called Matty. He often went live and always did strive to keep it all funny and chatty. Yes, thank you ever so much. You know me so well. That's ultimately what we endeavour to do here. Just keep it chatty and keep it funny. I had to look then. So I've got this lovely bit of Stone's Original green ginger wine. I don't suppose anyone knows what it means to have a dream of being kidnapped. I'll find out. So I just poured myself a cup of ginger wine. Put that into it's called a pan. But any of you who don't know how to spell pan, it's okay. It's only 3 letters. It's P-A-N. P-A-N for pan. So what I now do now, I need to use a finger. There we go. Remember, we don't want what's it called? Fucking hell, ginger wine to boil. We don't want to boil away the alcohol, do we? Mind you, it hasn't got much alcohol. Oh, 13.3%. Wow. That's nice, that is, mate. Well, we don't want to burn any of that 13.3% alcohol away, do we? No. So we gently bring it to a higher heat. We do not boil it. Oh, because it's one of my favourite reasons I like Christmas so much is because it's a season of mulled wine. Ooh, I do love a bit of mulled wine. Oh, we have a comment. A man with a suit wore a tulip. He put tulips on his lapels of his suit, and he put so many, he was getting ever so heavy. So he put his new suit in the boot. I call that one the florist. Yes. Very good. We should do a publication. Sean Atwood publishes books. Please just excuse me for a moment. Here we go. Pretty much there, really. I don't think we need to do any more. So let's pour it in the cup. Oh, we've got some lovely warm ginger wine. Lovely. Let's have a sip. Oh, it's delish. Oh, it's delish. Some lovely I haven't lost any of that 13.5% alcohol. Oh, it's delicious. Brindle is grobnobbing here, really. Hey, we own you. We own you. When are you going to show your face? We own you, Christopher. Christopher, we know all about you. These are the conditions, Christopher. Number 1, you remove all videos which mention Heather. That's the first thing you've got to do, Christopher. Remove all videos mentioning Heather. That's only fair. Because that's what you asked of her, wasn't it? And she did it. Then you stopped mentioning Heather. And then, it's only a suggestion, show us your face. Show us your face, good looker. Hey, good looking. What you gotta hiding? Come out and show us your face tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh, hey, good looking. Why you hiding your good looks then? Come and show us your good looks tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh, really? Really? You see, Justin doesn't miss anything, does he? So we've got a situation here when Christopher is grobnobbing me, and Dave is in his woods. So Dave is making an alliance. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Wow, is that the tactic you're gonna make, Dave? Dave, think of this. Remember what Brian said today about everyone who supported Heggie, how they must be feeling right now. Just keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, Dave. Right, okay, I'll spell it out for you, nice and simple. I'm making a big mistake getting in bed with him and that. Thank you ever so much, Anna, for highlighting that, because it's so obvious, isn't it? Isn't it obvious? We have technical issues again. We are currently suffering some technical issues. Please be patient. This is the end of the world. We are currently experiencing technical issues. Please be patient. This is the end of the world. Hey, Christopher Brindle, come on down. Show us your face, Christopher. Show us your good-looking face, baby. Show us your George Clooney looks. No, I mean, to be fair to Christopher, he is as attractive as my left testicle. And my testicles are pretty fucking attractive. You know what I mean? Yeah, to be fair, he's a handsome bloke. He's about as handsome as my left testicle. And to be fair to my testicles, they are bloody attractive testicles, if I may say so myself. That's one thing I've never tired. Keep getting bopped off, aren't I, this buffeting. I was just saying, whenever I'm bored and I'm totally alone, I always like to fiddle with my balls or jingle with my testicles. That's why I like these bubbles so much, because they remind me of my testicles. But anyway, I'm being. It's the ginger wine. I sometimes think that I'm down the pub again, around the table with my mates. I must admit, I do miss my mates. Oh, we got another jingle. I can't get a wrench with a face like a welder's bench, with all spots. I'm all plucky, with breath like my bahonky, who needs to get married and cinch while being in an appropriate pinch. Is that a... I can't get a wench with a face like a welder's bench. With all spots, I'm all plucky. With breath like my Bahuki, who needs to get married in a cinch while being in an inappropriate pinch. I'm looking forward to you reading out all your limericks when you're live. Oh. You know the wrench is always there for you, Brian. Bloody wrenches. That's what all kicked off with Dave Strange, wasn't it? He sent me that email with it, and he said a statement at the end. Look, you shouldn't be working at this time of night. You got to switch off, you know. You got to switch off. Oh yes, how is that going? As Brian once said, he's putting something together for TV comedy. I'd love to have a writing partner to do that, something like that with. I suppose that's why you got to go to university, isn't it? So you understand how to pitch. I don't know. I suppose what's stopping me from pitching ideas? I've got so much to do, mate. I mean, I should be. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I should be doing. I'm happy with what I'm doing now. Yes, those, yeah. On a letter, I know. Can you believe it? Such a bloody drama queen. Honestly, I'm so not impressed, Anna. I'm so not impressed. He really pushed me under the bus, he did. And now he's over by, over by Christopher Brindle. But for all intents and purposes, we own Christopher Brindle, and Christopher Brindle knows very well we own him. Check out some news on Guerrilla Democracy News. guerrillademocracy.blogspot.com. Yeah, I've included his email that he sent me back in May 2021, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't nice at all. Honestly, he shouldn't be allowed to do that kind of stuff. Because that has caused me immense alarm, distress, and fear now. And now I'm living in constant fear of being kidnapped and my house turned over again. Oh, thanks, Dave. Fucking hell. I said, Dave has been the most fucking meanest cunt out there on YouTube to me. And there's been some mean cunts to me. And I'm talking about AJ Degenerate and Plisco. And fucking Dave Strange is right up there with the best of them. Yeah, fucking mate of mine, mate. Right. Oh, God. You know, we all make mistakes in life, okay? We all take wrong turns. But that's a real strength of a person, a real measure of their character, is how you conduct yourself when once you've made that wrong turn and you're looking a bit of an idiot having to backtrack on yourself and get back in tow. And I think that's where Dave finds himself. Yep, will do. Will do. It's great to have Brian back. Been a long time. And good to see him. Good to hear that he's full of limericks. And talking about going, I've got to go and go to bed as well. I don't know about what time you lot stay up to. In a different world, I would have taken the phone up. I can't go up there and talk. Basically, I've got a whole hive of fairies living upstairs. And, well, they just like to sleep at night. That's all it is. Very light sleepers. Brian, that has to be your last one. For all our sakes. Listen, it's 12 o'clock, everyone. Let's see what the numbers are. Okay, I've got 11:56, okay? We'll stay together until the witching hour, in which our little gathering will come to an end. So many thanks to everyone who's contributed tonight. Brian, PC, great to have you back with your limericks. As always, my dear friend Justin. And big shout out to Blaze and Leo. Apparently, antelope stew is supposedly better for you than a goulash of rat or Hungarian cat. But I guess that's something you knew. Very funny. Anna, thank you. Anna was fantastic. Thanks ever so much, Justin. That's why I value Justin for being such a great producer. Shout out to you, Anna. We need to get an Anna rake sick. Anna rake sick. Bless you. I'm sorry I mispronounced your surname. But thanks ever so much for joining us tonight. I always say it's you lot are the bravest of the brave. Everyone who comes in and says hi in the chat. Remember, we need to get to a ratio in which everyone watching is contributing in the chat. Really, if you don't feel as if you're able to reveal yourself in the chat, shouldn't really be watching. Just saying. And also good, I added an extra N. Yes, Anna deserves that extra. Right, we're coming up. Last few minutes, everyone. Look to the left of you. Look to the right. Yeah, so everyone, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And remember, King Arthur was a real historical figure. Never forget that. Oh, Brian. Luckily, we'll fit one in. We'll fit this one in for Brian. A mischievous monkey called Max wore sunglasses, quite slick and relaxed. He swung from the vines in the tropical pines while sipping banana smoothies as snacks. Very funny. Night night, Drama Dave. We're coming up to approximately the witching hour. I hope you all have a good night's sleep. And remember, Christopher Brindle, we own you. You know the conditions. Don't make me repeat them. Okay? But most of all, show yourself, baby, before we do. Oh, Brian. Quickly, a hippo named Henry was bold, tried ballet on riverbanks, we're told. He'd twirl and he'd spin with a splashy grand grin, but his pirouette became a watery fold. And on that note, it's time to go. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.